Where's my
Well,
champ?
hello,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
oh my gosh,
Did
right?
you just see what happened?
Let's take a couple deep breaths before we get into the news of the moment and this new moon in Libra, but this actually a good thing. Okay, let's do 3 deep breaths. Put your hand on your heart. Grab a crystal. Oh my goodness. All right.
Oh my God. I need my obsidian.
I need medication. How in the world is everyone doing on this beautiful day? It was actually a really good day until I looked at the news a couple minutes ago. The sun just blew off. It seemed like the whole back outside of it. So that's going to trigger pain and
Right? That's why we're late.
and and that's a big thing because we have all these comets out there, and we have Diane and I don't believe Three-Eye Atlas is a comet, so but it's close to the sun. It's like technically around 22 degrees, and we're at 22 degrees Libra, and we are at 28 degrees Libra for this new moon. I'm sorry. So it's real close to the sun. The sun and moon are together, so there's a lot of energy sitting there. And Venus is in Libra, which is the ruler of Libra. So that's even more powerful. Like you're gonna hone in and focus in on what you love and value. What's fair? Where's the balance? Where's the justice? We're all getting triggered right now, especially with justice. Um, and we have Mars and Mercury conjunct at 20 degrees Scorpio, right next to Black Moon Lilith, who is bringing up, here's the ugly truth. Let's all look at it. And what are we going to do about it? Right. So, but the moon just went into Scorpio today.
Yeah.
So we have the moon's like at 4 or 5 degrees. Mercury and Mars are at 20 degrees. And Black Moon Lilith is at 23. So, and who else is there? Well, that's enough for now. That is a packed Scorpio house right now. And then in 2 days, well, a day and a half, the sun is going to go into Scorpio. And I'm talking about Scorpio because Scorpio is going to bring in the truth, the ugly truth of a lot of things. And in Scorpio season, the whole next month, Libra's kind of preparing everybody for the justice part and to balance in inner balance, to balance yourself, to get a hold of your nervous system, because if we think we've been triggered prior to today, we're going to get really triggered these next couple of months. I would say it would be exposed. A lot's going to get uncovered. I'd say even, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it is a powerful new moon. It's good for planting your seeds of intentions. Diane and I usually talk about the world stuff, but we all have Libra in our chart, and we all have 28 degrees Libra in our chart. See where that is. This is a T-square with Pluto and Jupiter. Jupiter's in Cancer, Pluto's in Aquarius, and they're squaring. So, squares to me are not bad, and T-squares are more, what do you call them? Talent squares?
Talent squares.
Mm-hmm. And how would that look?
It just takes all of your creative juice to come up with a solution.
Cool.
A challenge is not, it helps you hone your skills.
Right.
When it's easy, you just go do it and you never think about it. But when you have to watch how you step, watch what you do, watch how you embroider. I mean, think of my grandmother teaching me to embroider and how many times I had to rip it all out and start all over again because the back of my embroidery did not look as good as the front. And at age 7, the front didn't look so hot either.
Oh, and then tomorrow we have uh Neptune is already retrograde. Neptune's at 0 Aries, the first degree.
Yeah, he's
But she's going back to the last degree of the zodiac, which is 29 Pisces. So, and she's just going to park there until February. Yeah, till February. Yeah. So that's going to bring up massive illusion, delusion, confusion. Everything's already convoluted and doesn't make sense. And that Neptune's sitting there, but she's with Saturn, even though Saturn's a few degrees. I think he's at
Saturn's at 26. And but Saturn's already moving forward, so they're going to get closer in Saturn's forward hoe.
Is Saturn not a retrograde? Really? Well, how did I miss that? God, there's so much to know.
He just went on a retrograde a couple days ago, I think. Let me see. Where's that station?
Okay. I know. I have stuff written everywhere you think I could find anything.
I know. It might have been last month. There's so much going on. It's hard to
clear direct. Yeah, it should be with.
Oh, it was Pluto who stationed direct on the 13th.
Okay.
Saturn is not in the red on my chart, so he's already going forward. Oh no, I'm sorry, I lied. It's there. I'm looking for Black Moon Lilith.
But
I was demarking everything because I had to look at just specific things, and then I forgot to put her back in. No wonder I can't find her.
Well, no, she's at 23 Scorpio.
Okay.
And Saturn is going to go direct any day now, I believe. Yeah. I don't have it written down.
It's going to be in November.
Okay. And when he does, right? Goodness gracious. Yeah, here it is. Saturn direct 20 will be at 25 degrees on 11/27. So everybody, okay, Neptune, Saturn.
That's when he stations direct, November 25th.
Uranus, Chiron are all retrograde. Jupiter's about to go retrograde. It's pretty soon. Here it is. Jupiter squaring Chiron. So we all are in this deep healing, and this is probably been coming up for you. And here we are. It's actually on the 23rd where it's exact, but they're very close in a close square.
Well, that Chiron being opposite the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
This morning, it was better when everything was at 24 degrees. Then it was an exact opposition. But because it's Libra and Aries, that is an axis. That is. It's only yourself you're fighting. And it's Libra.
Thank you.
And now the sun is there with Libra, right? I mean, the moon is there with Libra, even though it's 28 degrees. When you have the sun and the moon, you always want to give it a bigger orb. And we have these two luminaries together. So definitely a 10-degree orb on that.
And as we... Oh, geez, squirrel brain. Okay. The Libra and Aries going across from each other. They're on the axis, right? And this is about us. When Diana said, this is your healing. This is about you healing you. And this has been ongoing the last couple of years. And it's going to keep going. But as we heal our inner self, right, that helps us heal our outer relationships. And it helps, and everybody, I think everybody individually is doing this. And then we're getting to where we as a collective can heal the outer, I don't know if we could ever heal what's going on politically, but boy, do you want to talk about that now? We
might as well, because look at it. I mean, So crazy shit hit the fan yesterday when we all discovered how bad the East Wing is being demolished. When the reality of what it is stared at us. And Valerie, what was that news you got today?
Trump has his DOJ suing America for pain and suffering for $230 million. And his lead guy at the DOJ is his lawyer. Because he has been, I mean, it's just, I sent it, I don't know if I can find it now, Diana, all of the...
It's a joke.
So it's like, you see how he never gives you a break to think about anything else. He's got to make it another big thing, another big thing, another big thing. This is why right now in this, we got day and a half left of Libra, where it's about the scale. So it's about harmony, equanimity, balance, right? This is within yourself. And we have been working on our nervous system for a very long time. And I want you to realize it is imperative, because it is, our nervous system is being realigned and it is being upgraded. But it is, they know, they, meaning people like Trump, heartless, soulless, know this. And they are doing everything they can to knock us off our center. And I mean, it's just every day, just keeps on coming. Stay in your heart. Stay in your heart. Stay focused. Don't look at it if it's getting to you. Like I just go on Facebook and I see stuff like that, and it just blows my mind. You know, just happened while we were backstage. Yeah, the people do need to sue him. We could, Debbie, at 3 Shifting Veils. We could do a, what's that called, Diana? A class action lawsuit against him for pain and suffering. We should. We absolutely should. I don't know where.
Autoimmune diseases, every time he opens his mouth, our autoimmune disease goes crazy.
Right. And I don't know. We just need a lawyer. If anybody could find a lawyer. Yep. That's what Sherry, that's what Diana just said. He had the East Wing of the White House tore down today without permission. And I was looking at that, and I was married to 2 guys in construction. I've been on a lot of construction sites. I've never seen a construction site look so shabby. Like it's all these wires hanging. They usually remove all that kind of stuff before they do any. Anyway, I don't know nothing about that.
The
really.
reality of what it is just hit us like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
I see Allie is here. Hello,
Hi, Allie.
Let's say hello to some people before we start.
Right.
Yes, it's all. You're right. Everything is always goes back to that.
Epstein files, because he's a pedophile bastard. He's and his supporter pedophile. It's disgusting. Hi, Maria is grateful. Hi, Kim, Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Hello, Lord Hunter. Hi, Alice L. Hi, Barbara.
Arcadia Proud.
Katie and Proud. Let's see.
Sherry.
Hey.
Mom.
Sherry Voices from the Swamp. Oil painters here.
Hey, Lauren Hunsinger. I can't even watch it on my channel. That's how messed up things are on the phone right now.
Oh, man.
In my area. I can't watch who's in my chat. So if I'm not calling your name, it's because I don't know you're there.
Hi, Crystal Ascension. Everybody was on Allie's show today. What a good show that was. Hi, Tam.
Yeah.
Sea salt. Oh, I like that. Tam Sea Salt. Oh goodness. Now I just forgot that nice lady's name. Pam. She was on there doing recalibrations, which is
Pam Drennan.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a very good show. I was lucky enough that I did have a reading and a calibration and a clearing, and it helped me a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
So big shout out to Pam. Check out her website. She's not very expensive. It's awesome stuff. Allie can testify to that also.
And it was funny. She's on there doing calibrations, and I named this show Recalibration. So it really
Yeah.
worked out. It worked out for me anyway. I know a lot of you were there that got this calibrated also. Hi, Linda Bishop, Acadian Proud. Hi, Rossi. We keep going down here. I am
Lauren Hutzinger's here.
There's
Lauren.
Ali. BJP2B. Hi, nice to see you.
Polly's
Polly's
Polly,
here.
what's
Hi,
in your
Polly.
pocket?
Wow.
Well, I certainly was much too old to play with Polly Pocket, but all the little girls that came around had Polly Pocket, and I used to love Polly Pocket.
I don't know who she is, but
You only had boys. You had to be a teacher, I guess, if you only.
I only had brothers, yeah, so I had to like fight to play with the trucks.
Right,
You know.
that was the girls' answer to micro machines, Polly Pocket and micro machines.
Oh, that's cool.
Itsy. Till they decided you might eat those. Let's take them off the market.
What day? And on top of all of that we have going on, we're going to have a grand water trine for a month and a half with Jupiter in Cancer,
Saturn
and Pisces, and everything going to be
and
in
Neptune, because Neptune's going to be in there tomorrow.
Yep. And Mars and Mercury. Oh, did you see Steve Judd from today?
I did watch him this morning, actually.
Did you catch that when he said, because this was interesting, all the internet went down yesterday, and he got the time of when that happened and pulled up a chart for it.
Yeah.
Mars and Mercury were at 19 degrees Scorpio. Now, what does that mean?
Well, that means we're going to quit talking to everybody else, and we're going to sneak what we want from your bank account.
Oh, well, now that's the low end, right? Yes, that's the low end of Scorpio. So the high end of Scorpio is,
let's protect these people's money.
Thank you. And let's see what's underneath all this stuff.
Let's see where the wires have frayed so we can repair them before the damage is done.
Yeah. But both are happening. We can always know that the low side of things are happening and the high side of things are happening and everything in between, right?
Have we talked about what happened on the sun about an hour and 15 minutes ago? The back half of the sun blew off.
Anybody see Stephen Burns? He just got on. Here, I'll show you the picture I have of him.
It's kaboom chakalaka. It is going to hit us with a radiation storm.
All right, here we go.
Even with just that, you can tell the back half of the sun has blown off.
Let's see if we can get a better.
There's a coronal mass ejection. There's a big hole there.
And it's also on Mr. MB333.
Yeah.
He's also, I did say that we're going to have all those comets. So they think the comets, when they're close to there, because it's like 6 degrees away in 3i Atlas to the sun. So
and know this, when these gentlemen are using the charts, they're not using Western astrology, they're using astronomy charts. So I think it's 35 or 36 degrees for a sign rather than the 30 degrees that we normally work with, or the 0 to 29.
Okay, guys.
So know that there's a difference, and because of that difference, it'll be a little confusing.
Well, yeah,
Stefan usually lets you know if he's using an astronomy chart.
Okay, here we go. This is on Mr. MB333. It turns blue. Let me get it back to the red part. I mean, that's just That's wicked.
Boom. Chakalaka.
So we're all going to be feeling
Boom.
spicy with the moon in Scorpio, Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. And Black Moon Lilith wants us to look at our fears, what's your deepest fears. This is why a lot of us have our nervous systems are out of whack, because we sit in fear and instead of facing the fears. Now, I'm not saying that's easy. I've been doing it for 30 years and it's never easy. But we've all been doing it. We've all been doing it since the moment we arrived here. We have been inundated with fears, right? So once you become conscious about healing, or that you know something's going on, or you know you're being awakened, or whatever that is, whatever it is that triggers for you, that's what we get in this healing journey. And on the one hand, we've healed a lot, but we still have, this is the worst. I would say, I hate to put it like this, but I'm just going to be honest. From now until February, we're going to see some really awful things. And
right, because we have the sun quincunxing Neptune and Saturn.
yeah.
And this is, nobody can get this right when we've got X flares like that going off.
And this is why it's all about the inner work, the shadow work. It's about, like Debbie says here, I'm too tired for fear. I'm focusing on repairs. And we go in and out, right? We go into it, we come out, we go, I'm done. And we're getting really good at bouncing back faster than we used to. We've, especially the last 5 years, we've gone through a lot of healing. But at the same time, we're being inundated with fear every day by this regime, right?
And she's also, boom chakalaka. She's also, the sun is also quincunx Uranus on the other side at 1 degree of Gemini, and Uranus is getting ready to go into Taurus. Besides, so there, where is that in your chart, and how does it affect you? But that quincunx on the other side, well, boom chakalaka. That's the best term for Uranus. She just blew off the side of the sun.
That was Mr. MB33. He just popped on about, I want to say, an hour ago. And it's an 18-minute video. It's called, let's see what he named it. A colossal eruption just occurred on the sun. And it's, and then we have all this solar activity, cosmic activity, and it triggers, right? It constantly, our nervous systems are being triggered, being activated. Now, like I was just saying before, we are getting an upgrade on our nervous system, on all of our energy bodies, but we're like in the middle of, like, think of it like it's surgery, and we're being attacked on every front while we're in surgery. So it's taken us, and you got to think how strong you are. Be very proud of yourself, how far we've come along, how strong we really are in the face of this. This is just, I don't even have a word for it. It's just, well, corruption, right?
I think what we really need to
Yes.
keep in mind is, how long can you tread water?
Yeah.
Because we got 2 months of treading water. We got this grand trine that's going to be active for the next 2 months. And that sun is going to egress into Scorpio, is going to go right into that grand trine and intensify that. Boil the water, purify the water,
and flow. It's really going to help us flow. It's going to help us be emotionally mature on all this stuff. Like, we're all looking at it like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. Why is this happening every day? I'm for a general strike. Like, we should have started it yesterday, the protests. It should have started immediately, because any time you give them, they're just they're just stealing from us anyway, you know, so why make money for them? You know, I know that a lot of people can't do that, but I did hear somebody discussing it, and it said only 3.5% of the workforce would need to stop working, and we could all, the rest of us, be support team, because a lot of us are here are retired, right? And would it in whatever way, and it's got to be community, like we gonna have, because he shut off all the food banks, he's shutting down SNAP benefits on November 1st. He is trying to take away whatever health care people do have. And you know, we've got to come together and support each other as we're going through here these next few months. You know, it is gonna be, we're I think we're so used to being online and supporting each other, but we're really going to have to be supporting our communities, you know, in whatever way you can. I'm not saying we got to be out in the streets every day, but something's got to change. And to me, that a general strike would change the fastest. Don't give them any money. That's the whole point. That's what he's doing up there. He's taking all the money, you know.
No, there's a lot of nurses on strike in hospitals around, and I think the Teamsters would be the nationwide union for the nurses. So if all the hospitals, my nurses are on strike, 750 of them walked out of the hospital on Labor Day. They've been on strike ever since. They're Teamsters. So let me speak for them. But as far as that goes, if just the nurses walked out of the hospitals, that would cover more than the 3%.
And it's going to come to it. I mean, he's already not paying. Do we know if he's paying the military now? He's paying ICE, and Congress is getting paid. So, I mean,
but he's not paying military. My understanding is he's not paying the military.
Did he change Tam?
I'm sorry. Somebody's saying.
Is there any evidence that Shifty Vid was actually a threat? I'm sorry. What does Shifty Vid was actually? Will they drain accounts, etc., of AIDO from the protesters? I don't put anything past him, but my thing is I'll be honest, I don't see him having very long. And I mean, like, I don't give this administration very long, but I could be wrong. I'm probably more hopeful than anything. I just wanted to go on, but I kept getting that he's not going to be there after November. I don't know what that means. I kind of was I wasn't going to say that, but here we are. And I can only hope, I guess. But this is also, there's a yod in this chart, meaning, okay, we have Neptune on one end and Uranus on the other, and then the tip of the yod is hitting the moon and sun, that new moon today. So that's really powerful. That, you know, like,
well, that's it. That's, you know, Uranus on one side and Neptune and Jupiter and Saturn on the other side, also pointing to the sun. That's the quincunx. Those are the two quincunx, and there they are at the sun, because the moon has moved on.
Yeah, moon's in Scorpio.
Well, and then we've got that Pluto squaring the sun, and that is like our biology is out of whack.
Well, and what's Pluto want, though? Pluto in Aquarius wants authenticity, and squaring the sun, to me, is like
well, one thing we can say is he is being authentically a narcissist.
Well, that's what I mean, but Pluto's going to expose that, right? To me, Scorpio is the best one to expose all these nefarious stuff, because Scorpio is the only one that'll go down into the depths of how low you can go, right? But he does it so it's transform or die. You're going to either change or you're not. You're going to live a miserable existence, you know?
This is so very hard, because that Jupiter square on the other side also. Look at how big
Span.
this all is, how blown out of proportion
Yeah.
everything is.
Yeah. It's making it just bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like almost too much information to even
Mhm.
hear in one
Mhm.
sitting, you know,
You
like your
know,
mind can't take it. So
Jupiter's at
dynamic.
24 degrees of Cancer, and Pluto's at 1 degree of Aquarius. Granted, he is not, like they have their own little quincunx going on there, because Pluto is not in Capricorn. So he's definitely not opposite, but he's in that play with the dials, adjust, adjust, adjust. Well, we're adjusting every single day. And because Pluto is so slow moving and Jupiter is getting ready to go retrograde, right?
But yeah, but also see, this is it. Like that slow moving Pluto rules Scorpio, and Mars and Scorpio rule Pluto, I should say. That slow moving is like pulling the weeds out from underneath the weeds. That's what he's doing. He's like X-ray vision, below the like okay, I just heard 7 layers of hell, right? You just gonna keep going and keep going and keep going and keep digging it up, because that's and don't forget, he's going to be there for 20 years doing it. But
Well,
we got to get stabilized way
right.
before that, or we're
So,
not going to make
well,
it.
Mercury stations retrograde on November 9th, and then on 11/11.
Mhm. Jupiter,
11/11 is very important because
yeah.
that is in the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of the 11th year. That was D-Day.
Oh, wow.
And so
And
that
that's Jupiter going to go
that's
retrograde
Jupiter, and
on
yeah, so in close proximity, those two are going to retrograde together,
Yeah.
keeping Mercury in Scorpio.
Well, he does go into Sag, but then he stops
Oh
and
yeah,
he retrogrades back into Sag. Yeah,
back
so
to
Scorpio, I mean, so you see, there's going to be something that
and
is missed.
Jupiter will still be in Cancer, so they're going to be in that trine, that grand trine.
That grand trine, but something is going to be missed with this when okay, Mercury right now in Scorpio, then he's going to go into Sagittarius, and he's going to back up and go back into Scorpio, and he's going to uncover something else. So that's in about a month and a half, and that's fast, right? Mercury's the fastest one. He moves the fastest. It's our minds, right? The way we
Okay,
think.
it's craziness, isn't it? It's just
Mm.
so what do us light workers do? All I can do is think of most days is, can you imagine how bad it would be if there weren't people like us
Oh,
all over the world working at this?
well, and
To be we are three-eye Atlas. It's not,
right?
yeah, the stories say that Atlas was being punished for something he did and he had to hold up the earth. Is that so? Maybe he volunteered for the job. Maybe we don't know the whole truth, because look at
Yeah,
what is
I
going
dug.
on.
I,
What the things that we don't know the whole truth about.
right, and I've been digging into that too. But I think Three Eye Atlas, I think Diana thinks the same, is coming in to help humanity, to help rid the Earth of these parasites, because that's what they are. They're all parasites.
Well, and look, the sun just did a huge cleansing by blowing off half of its coronal mass on the other side of the sun. And that's not facing us, and we're still going to get a radiation storm on this side because it is so encompassing. And in knowing that as Three-Eye Atlas has passed by each planet, the planet itself is getting an upgrade. It's a conjunction. When there's a conjunction, there's an upgrade with the planets. So if there's a conjunction with a life force,
Mm.
and a planet is a life force,
Right,
And
hymnicity.
life is life, no matter whether it's human or an amoeba. It is still life. And if it's an amoeba on 3i Atlas, which I think it's other kind of life, but it's creating an upgrade to planets that we have thought don't have life.
I
So it
feel
just
it.
went past Mars, which is where I
It's
think it came
upgrading.
from. I
Hmm.
think it is the descendants of the um, Mars inhabitants that were able to get off because they knew the cataclysm was coming, and they went far out and came back. And in that, knowing that it's the planets are getting an upgrade as they go by, we had 3 days of darkness when Mars and 3i Atlas were in close proximity of each other. So what we couldn't see on our telescopes, which of course are still shut down, what if people got off of 3i Atlas and went to recolonize Mars? And now it's
Well, I
going to
don't
the
see who
sun, and
would
we get
part.
this great big kaboom chakalaka, and then it's coming to Earth. I don't know, then it goes to Venus, then it comes to Earth, then it goes to Jupiter, and then it leaves.
That's in March.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
We
I mean,
don't know.
we don't know, right?
Mm-mm. And the thing is, I don't see. I feel that that's a higher consciousness being through Atlas. I don't see why you would. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about dropping anybody off at Mars or not, but I do feel it's going to help us raise in frequency. I think it's coming in to help our solar system raise in frequency, but I don't know that for a fact. Um, Hymnicity says, remember that every soul has a contract. Well, then, see, this is where I differ. I don't agree. I believe there is heartless, soulless individuals, entities actually here. There's a small group of them, and they own everything, and they have everything. These people don't even care if they're pedophiles. They don't care what they do. There's no conscious there. Now, if they do have a heart and a soul, it's not, it's
Not evident.
my team tells me they don't, so I go with what my team says. And I used to think like that. The reason why I even picked your comment was because I used to think, oh my God, how can anyone abuse a child or an animal? How can, and my team, like this was probably 15 years ago, says they they're not human. And I'm like, well, what else would they be? Everybody's human.
Draconian.
Well, the Bible is where the mix-up comes in, and that's the King James Bible. I was thinking this the other day too. No King's Day should have been that. No King James Bible, but that's my brain.
Yeah, because everything got changed there too.
Because of it, because of that Bible, everything is where we're at. So, um, that's who is being exposed. That is who cannot raise. The heartless soulless cannot raise in frequency. Heart-centered, soul-centered are raising in frequency. This is what ascension is. You raise in frequency, you're going into the golden age, or you're evolving, you're elevating, however you want to say it. That's what's going on. We all woke up. Why did we all wake up? Why did we all of a sudden in the last 10 to 15, 20 years see through the veil, to see who is in control, and why are they doing what they're doing? It's because they don't have a heart or a soul. They don't care. They've been abusing humanity for at least 26,000 years, and every 26,000 years we go into a golden age. But even that is a loop and a trap, is
Yeah.
trapping duality, right? So we're evolving up out of that too. The planets are evolving. I don't have the whole picture, but I ask a lot of questions, and this is what I've got so far from my guides. Um, yeah, right, Cherry? For accurate scripture, you have to go back to the original Greek or the Aramaic. They've
Aramaic.
translated the Aramaic,
Even
and
the
they
Torah.
couldn't even translate it properly into these other languages because there wasn't words to fit the Aramaic words. There's
Right.
so much to this. It's so deep. I mean, they changed the calendars. They changed everything that we know as time.
Exactly. Exactly. The Gregorian calendar knocked everything out of whack.
Well, that's sweet, hypnicity. I used to believe that. I think we're all one. I think that we're here as light workers, love workers, energy workers, holding space and holding a higher consciousness. But if anybody has dealt with dark parasites, psychic attacks, I'm sure everybody here has. I don't consider them one. I send them love because it's what makes them go away.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. And because that's what my team says is the highest, best way to handle things. But here we go. Okay, so the darkness, the deep, dark things. This is like a Black Moon Lilith discussion right here. This is what we're doing. In fact, we have Hecate. Who else, Diana? There's Humea.
Humea, I and Kwawa.
I mean, these are all ancient goddesses coming in and the
And
divine.
they're not all from the Greek pantheon. Some of them are from Egypt, and some of them are from Hawaii, and some of
Right.
them are from Lemuria.
Yep. And this
Senda
is what
is from Inuit.
right. And see, this is what Libra is asking us to do within ourselves is to balance our masculine and our divine feminine within us. The stronger we make ourselves, the stronger we that energy ripples out to others. We are the front runners because we're the light workers, love workers, energy workers. And all of us are trying to figure out the mysteries, right, of everything here going on. That's why I got into astrology. I'm sure that's why Diana got into it. For
Yeah,
there's magic
absolutely. It
in
was
here.
like it's born with knowing that we came from the stars.
Yeah, yeah, and we're made out of stardust. I
Yeah.
mean, we are literally made out of stardust. It is so cool. Oh, and let's say this. This is the first of 6 new moons at 28 degrees until March. And guess who supposedly leaves in March? 3i Atlas. So the 28 is a pretty big number. We go from 0 to 29
Well,
in a house.
28 is going to put us on the galactic center.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be so cool too. Yes. And then and it's so much going on to read all these layers of stuff. So for 6 months, this is where we plant our seeds of intention for our growth. Because let's face it, we can only work on ourselves. We can't change anyone but ourselves. And that's where our journey is. But we have each other to hang out with for um, to get through this together. And I appreciate y'all so much. I mean, half the time I just want to cry.
Yeah, these are tough times. There's no doubt about it.
Understanding both, what I write here, understanding both, no more what? No more pretending. Yeah, we got to be who we are. That's our authenticity. Uh, Consciously participate while seeking the truth. Seeing beyond, that's that Scorpio there.
We have to know that we need to ponder what our options are. This is not a good moment in which to take action on it.
Okay,
You
perfect.
know, we
Yes,
have to
perfect.
ponder and just know that November 3rd is just around the corner. It's the end of Samhain, And
Yeah.
so when we get there, Mercury is going to go backwards on what did I say this on the
He is
now I'm looking at the wrong chart. Sorry.
Mercury enters Sag on the 29th. The same day,
Yeah.
3i Atlas is in a oh God, how did I forget the word?
Parahelion.
Parahelion, thank you. It's the closest to the
I
sun.
read your mind.
I have
But
too many things written
right,
down.
but then Mercury is going to go retrograde. He's going to that on the 9th he stations retrograde. So that's where
That's on the 18th. Yeah, he goes retrograde on the 18th, and by then, check this out. Venus is going to be in Scorpio. You want to talk about things coming up because this is all about what we love and value, right? Mercury's just sharing information. Mars gives us the ability to make the choice. Once Mercury makes a choice to make an action, then Venus comes in and she goes, well, wait a minute, I don't really like it all like that. I want it like this, whatever. I mean, so that's why what Diana just said is so true. Is about pondering and going in and really weighing out what it is that your heart is 100% on board about. You can't just kind of be in it. If you're just kind of in something, it's just going to get really hard to be there. And, it's not easy once Libra will get in there because she'll be like, nah, nope, nope, nope. This got to go. This got to go. We need new curtains. We need, a different chocolate. But it's all the things that we love and value. I'm just being, just throwing silly things out there. But these are the deep things. It is time to get quiet and then listen to our inner voice. We have that Jupiter square Chiron. Okay, Jupiter's in Cancer, squaring Chiron in Aries. Aries is I am. Jupiter in Cancer is your emotions.
When Mars is in Sagittarius on the 4th, he's going to be powerful.
Mars goes on the 4th.
Yep.
Let me see, where am I? Yep, he sure does. Yeah, because he's going to have researched and investigated enough to make the choice to where to go next, right?
Right, and he's also going to be opposite Uranus.
Yeah.
And so then he's going to be in those degrees for several days. So for a whole week there's going to be conversation between Uranus and Mars on
change.
And how to take action.
Right. And it's not going to be an expected action because it's Uranus and you can't expect anything normal coming there. Anything that I shouldn't say normal. It's not. He goes outside the box to make changes. He doesn't follow the rules, let's say, and neither should we. Let's be honest. Because okay, so this is also, we are in a deep healing. We've been in a deep healing, but now it's Jupiter squaring Chiron. That's that's your emotional healing. That's and if you're not dealing with it properly, Jupiter's just going to keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger until you can't take it. And Chiron, we've done a lot of this healing already, but this is the end of the chaos period right now. Yes, it's going to get bumpy. That's right, Hypnosis. I say it all the time. Let love lead. I love that. What else I got? The grand water trine. That's just a major purge.
Yeah, there's a kite attached to that today between the north and south node.
Oh, really? Yeah, those nodes are just kind of sitting there all by themselves, quietly.
With Mercury, with Mercury and what do you call it? Mercury and Jupiter, and then the south node is the top of the kite, and then the opposite is the south node. Back over there in Pisces at 17 degrees. So, there's going to be a release point, right? We got the kite to help us maneuver, but we've got to keep our eye on the north and south node, and your own personal north and south node. You've got to direct yourself as well as community. So you have to navigate yourself through community. So you have to be aware of what can happen with community and how that's going to affect you. That's
And,
when I turn to the nodes the most.
and that's what, that's what Libra rules too, is our closer relationships, right? Our community is going to be a focus next year, I would say. Like where you live, your community is coming into to be. I got rebirth, reclaiming, recreating our emotional bodies. That's what the earth, that grand water trine. Um, and I got create thriving communities. Authentic living is coming into play big time. And with Uranus and Gemini, it says focus on your focus. I don't know why I wrote that down, but there we go. Because it is important to, yeah, you want to think outside the box, but don't let something steal your your ability to focus on what it is that you prefer. Um, and creates, I don't know where else I got emotional healing. Comet Swan passes closest to Earth tonight, and Comet Lemon, right, Diana? Both of them are tonight
Yeah.
during the Oranid meteor shower. So
Oh, yeah.
this is a beautiful night to do some wishes, some ceremony and candles, cinnamon. I did all my rituals today because this is a new moon and you want to plant your seeds. Of course, you want to release first, take care of that, burn what you want to let go of, and then call in what it is you would prefer to experience.
Oh, there.
Um,
Uranus goes into Taurus on November 7th. So those early days are
yeah,
clutchy. Those early days are clutchy. You
yeah.
know, when he's like that, when it's like that, the sun is going to be opposite in some respects. Okay, let's just.
Right. And just think, he's at 29. Neptune's going to be at 29. By then, those are those hard degrees at 29 and 0.
Yeah,
And the
even
rest,
29
one.
and 1, those are, that's the top of that pinnacle, that's a power. It's like I made it to the top of the mountain. At 29 degrees, you can still see pretty much all the way around the mountain at the top. When you're on the top, you've got this whole vantage point. When you're at 1 degree, you can still see pretty much all around, figure out what's coming. Once we start going up or down,
It's a lot.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Degrees mean a lot. They do.
Oh, and the,
Because it's mature. We got to look at it as a maturity level.
yeah.
So we're the only grown-ups in the room. if we went to the White House.
Oh my God. I'm going to look up the Sabian symbol because I heard it earlier and it sounded good. Humanity seeking. Okay, this is for 29 Libra. She goes do a degree ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And it says humanity seeking to bridge the span of knowledge. This represents a collective and individual effort to connect what is known with the unknown. See, we're doing the mystery.
Oh, and that'll be tomorrow, probably around.
Well, no, it's for the new moon because you always have to look at the Sabian symbols with the degree ahead.
Yeah.
But I'll look at 28 too. Let's see. It says seeking truth with a deeper understanding through reason and experience. The symbol highlights human desire to expand understanding. It involves the use of analytical reasoning. Let's see. You can relate. Let's see. Seeking knowledge. The other one says seeing oneself in the context of being with others. So that's kind of like what I heard earlier. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're working on each other individually, but then we always come back to this as we're ascending, what are we ascending to? What's the world look like? What does the new earth look like? The new era look like? When we start that new era in February 20th, 2026, that's going to be that Neptune and Saturn right at 0° Aries again, the first degree of the zodiac, and it won't be going back to Pisces. So whatever we're digging up in these next few months, it's got to go. It's gotta release it, let it die, you know. But that's not only going on individually, that's going on for the entire collective, and we can see all the things that would need to go and need to die, right?
Yeah. So the sun's gonna go in early.
Hi, Sal Rods.
It'll go in early tomorrow morning. Oh, actually, yeah.
I like that, Tam.
It'll be at 29 degrees on the 22nd.
Should be
at
8.
11:50 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Daylight, sorry. Because it's not daylight savings in my house.
And we are, let's see what 28 degrees said. 28 Libra was a man becoming aware of spiritual forces surrounding and assisting him. Now, that's pretty cool. This symbolizes the stage of transcendent realization and awareness that one is never truly alone, but is supported by a community, both visible and invisible. And wow, you remember when you first realized that you were becoming aware of spiritual forces surrounding you and assisting you? It was just mind blowing to me. It's a beautiful day. It really was. But now we are seeing through a lot more things. You know, we're just
So ritual, ceremony, the things that make you happy, they don't have to be somebody else's ritual. The things that make you feel
That's
at ease, at one with your soul and your mind and your heart.
Yeah.
And so,
Ritual always personal.
Yeah.
Right? Ritual is always personal. Do the way you like it. I just, we all have our own. I needed to clear out because I was getting, oh goodness, it was angry earlier.
You're not alone on that one, right?
Right. And we'll get a couple cards here. Let's see.
Well, this one just wanted to come out. Ooh, run wild. Let your inner wild child.
Well, see, that's just it. If you're choosing sides, you see hypnicity right there is your answers in your question. How can I stay centered if I'm choosing sides? Because you're not choosing yourself. That's the first thing. Once you choose yourself, it doesn't get easier, but you'll see who is resonating with you energetically and who's not. I'm not sure what sides you're talking about, but I know I used to do that, and until I chose myself, I couldn't really see what meant something to me, if that makes sense. Sorry, Diana, go ahead.
No. I'm just shuffling to draw from Return to Spirit. Not at all. That was beautiful. I love the way you said that, because you're not choosing yourself. That's the first side to choose. If you don't put your mask on, you can't help anybody else.
And that's something that we've been saying now for a long time.
Well, they used to say if you don't put on your Mae West, because it was a lifeboat. And the Mae West, you pulled a ripcord and it exploded so you could float. It was a flotation device.
I got some nice cards too. Right? Mae West.
I love this. Here we go. Oh my God! You can take every card when I look at them.
I know.
This is crazy. Okay, so I got the storm. But look at this beautiful purple storm. This is us. This is our violet flame, okay? The storm within is the knowledge we need to go up. Storm, knowledge, up. This storm is causing us to knowledge up.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I keep getting. I keep getting out-create the lower frequency. You can out-create that. We can choose higher every time. And in hypnicity, yeah, I see the merit in all sides too, but that doesn't you're discounting your role in that. Non-duality is your goal. Okay, that's fine. But what about you? You gotta look where you are. Where are you choosing you in all of that? It's important. I didn't even know I had to choose myself, so I understand. It's not. Sherry, I hope you feel better. Her stomach's upset. Oh, honey. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, baby, go lay down.
I like that. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Oh, that's a church song. Aw. Let's see what this deep red state out of control. The lack of transparency and lies from both sides have left me speechless. I know, me too. This is what? Nobody's speaking up and doing anything.
That's the hardest thing, I guess.
And yeah. But we are going to, we're evolving. And it starts with us. All of this starts with us. We're the, when you get cracked open and spirit comes knocking on the door, it's where we have to really get serious, face our fears, and work our inner shadow work out, right? Okay, here we are. This is all of us. You're all wise leaders. You are a beacon for others. That's what love workers, light workers, and energy workers are. We help each other remember who we are as we walk each other home. And
yes.
It is so important and grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. That feels good. I mean, this is something we got to do every day. There's no earth involved here in this chart.
Be your own time master.
I love it. I love it.
I took that deck you got in your hands. I took it upstairs and I never brought it back down.
It's fun, isn't it? I love them all, though.
Yeah, I know. It's like.
Then I
goes upstairs and bring down some of the others, but then I'm like, but I like using this one for these shows. So.
Oh my goodness, Diana! I just pulled this other card, and it has. Okay, this one says wise leader.
Yeah.
And this one says spiritual warrior. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe.
Oh, there! Look at that! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's pretty. All the lions and the unicorn. And then on the bottom of that was new opportunities. Declutter your life. Glimpse a magical doorway. Okay, so that's saying to me, what does your magical life? What does it look like after you declutter? What are the details of your new life in this new era? And it's hard to think like that because we're so wrapped up in, oh my God, here I am here, right? And what's going on here? But what does that new you look like in the new earth? We have to dream that in. Everything begins with our thoughts and beliefs, but our imagination is what creates that. And if we're angry at what's going on, this status quo here, I got to remind myself this throughout the day, every day, you know. Okay, now what would you prefer to experience? You know, don't stay in the muck. But it is going to be interesting next couple months. Um,
And we will get through it.
yes, we will. And we got that grand water trine complete. What's this crash playing out? Mercury trine Saturn. Okay. And it what was that one? Oh, with Uranus. I love that. Focus on your focus. It's important.
Uh-huh. Focus on.
Very. Is there anything else, Dinah, that you want to say?
No, you know,
I know
I
you
feel,
would.
I feel for everybody. I feel for all of us. We're a collective. We can get through this. It's difficult. Don't hurt yourself.
Mm-mm.
Remember, it's just as important to do energy work for you as it is for what you put out for others.
Mm-hmm.
So take the time to unplug. You know, we don't mind if you don't come to the show once in a while. If you need to unplug, please unplug.
Meditate. Meditate. There's some good meditations out. I pulled one more card from a dragon oracle deck, and it is rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. So that's us individually and humanity in the collective. We're gonna get above this eventually.
Yep, we will.
I know Dinah's had a busy day. This is her
Oh,
third show.
I have 3 shows.
Yeah.
Bing,
And
bang, bang. So I am ready to go stretch out on the couch and watch some stupid TV.
well, stupid TV, so it is. We love
Yeah.
y'all very much. We will be back for, guess what? The Scorpio full moon.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go through all that Scorpio, and it's going to bring up a lot of stuff until that when it's that full moon.
For me, Scorpio's never easy anyway.
So, no, I had to learn Scorpio. Boy, it
But
was.
then we're going into Sagittarius, where I like it.
That'll be fun. Yeah, I think it's the 5th. I think Scorpio full moon is the 5th. I don't know.
Let me look.
I have it somewhere around here. Let's see. Yes, the 5th. 8:19 a.m. Eastern. Oh my God, look at that chart. Look at that, Diana.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, we have the top of a kite. I don't know if we've got a trine attached to that. Is that water trine?
We did. Yeah, that's that water trine.
Wow,
yeah.
that trine that divides the top of the kite from the ground trine. Holy moly!
And it's pointing
There's a whole lot of planets sitting there.
And it's pointing to Sedna.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, prepare. Awesomeness. Okay, Toots, I gotta go.
We love you all very, very much. We will see you on the 5th, or maybe sooner if something unfolds. Yeah. And remember, if something big unfolds, we will be on. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you have any questions, email us. Or want us to talk about something, email us. We'd love to talk to you about it. All right, guys, we love you. Oh, cool. That's cinnamon in morning.
That too.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye. Yes, we shall overcome.